Burning to Ash. Have you tuned into any of my streams? They always start with a black screen. Gotta manage the YouTube broadcast because YouTube is stupid. And I'm gonna be streaming on TikTok today, so we'll see how that goes. My heart rate monitor also just isn't working for some reason. Even though I have it set to work, it just doesn't want to. There we go. YouTube's up. Uh-oh, it's looping. Why do I hear it looping? Oh, God. What the fuck is going on? Why was it looping? Why can I still hear myself? Why can I hear myself? Hold on, this is weird. Oh, TikTok. Hello, it's working. Wait. What the fuck? What? Oh, there's this weird problem going on. TikTok is playing back audio for some reason. Do I have my TikTok open somewhere? Hello? Why can't I hear myself? That's super dumb. Hold on. Wait, can you hear me talking right now? I know you guys can on YouTube. I think you can hear me on YouTube and Twitch, but I don't know if you can on TikTok. If you can hear me on TikTok, say like type the number 22. There we go. And my heart rate monitor is coming back on. Okay, hold on. Hello? TikTok? Can you hear me? TikTok, can you hear me? Oh my god. The audio is looping and it's really fucking annoying. Why is TikTok doing this? Hold on. Why the hell is it playing through on. Okay, I'm gonna pause the TikTok. Sorry, YouTube and Twitch. Yeah. Monitor. It's off. Monitor off. Sound effects off. But it's looping. Why the fuck is it doing that? Does anyone know why it's doing that? Hold on. TikTok live studio audio playback. Or not audio playback. What is it? Audio monitor. Not turning off. Oh, this is why I hate TikTok Studio. So fucking annoying to use. Hello? Oh my god, dude, I fucking hate this. What is playing audio right now? Hold on. Let me figure this out. Sound mixer option. What is playing sound? I don't know. No, it's not telling me what's playing sound. You can't hear me on Twitch or YouTube? What the fuck? Not it. TikTok Live Studio. Is it you? It's not that. Is it Stream Ninja? Oh, I think we figured it out. I think we found the culprit. Okay, I'm really sorry for that. That was really fucking annoying. Hello, TikTok. Sorry for all those technical issues. For some fucking reason, my audio was being picked up and it was looping repeatedly. Don't worry, on YouTube and Twitch, I'll get the stream showing in a second. Perfect. Yeah, sorry about that. That was a really fucking shitty way to start. But now we're here. We live. We ready. We ready to geometry dash. No more dilly dallying. You can't hear me. If you're trolling me, I'm gonna ban you. Let's check the stream. Oh, I can hear my voice. All right, Lazy Kitty, you're getting muted for 5 years. Take that 10-second timeout. That'll teach you a lesson. And yeah, I'm fixing the title on Twitch as well. Done. Rest in peace, Lazy Kitty. Gone. They'll never come back. But everything should be fixed. Hopefully. Pretty sure there's no more problems. How was everyone's day today? On a scale of 1 to 49, how was your day today? One being awesome. You work in 15 minutes? I know. That kind of stinks. Gotta make your moolah. That is true. Because of last night. That I can confirm. Jesus, come on. I could do the first jump in Minecraft's part. W thumbnail. Finally, someone pointed it out. I just thought it would be a funny thing to do. Literally none of you have been pointing it out. Only Congronamics. Congronamics, you actually get a medal for it. Also great, the display capture on TikTok is broken for some reason. Oh, why is TikTok streaming so broken? Game capture still is. Select game, geometry dash, add source. Cannot capture the program because it's been closed. It's not closed, it's open. I don't know what you're talking about. There we go. Now there's another weird thing fucking happening with it. Are you kidding me? Okay. There, I think I fixed it now. Do I have borderless full screen on? Yes. And now it's not working again! Holy crap, holy, I'm gonna cry. And the stream broke. There we go. I think TikTok's fine, right? Part 1 is out of stock. You guys used it so much. Here, let's go borderless. Because you guys are talking about using borderless. Now I can't hear anything. Dude, it's so choppy when it's not in full screen. I'm sorry. I have to keep it full screen. Like chopped ass gameplay when it's not full screened. Let me also fix some of my settings. Yeah, you want to know why the fart ones are out of stock? Because you guys spam them so much. You use it like twice today, bro? Well, you used it a lot more yesterday. Casually using it in the middle of like one of my best runs as well. My best is 23%. My best run is 8 to 30, 8 to 39. OMG, what is this level? Have you been living under a rock? I respect the determination. I appreciate that. Why are you trying to beat that? Beat that? You know it's super hard. That's exactly why I'm trying to beat it, because it is really hard. You know, I don't want to play, you know, a bunch of, you know, 2-star rated levels. That would be boring. My heart would die at if I got 8 to 50. I would be dead. I would die. Not just my heart. My entire body would decompose. If I got 8 to 50%. That would be an insane run. Did I try to beat it backwards? There's no point in doing that. I almost have it in 4 runs. Doesn't look like it right now, but I'm warming up. Yeah, it takes me like a little bit to get into the swing of every end.
I remember you channel but me not have $5 rem.
Tom, thanks for the $2 super chat. I really appreciate that. I remember you channel but not have 5. I don't know what that means. Are you trying to say that you want to be a member of my channel but you don't have $5? It's okay if you're not a member. Obviously, everyone is welcome to watch. Did I beat it in practice mode? Yeah. I wouldn't be like practicing runs on a level if I haven't even played it, you know. I have the level in almost 4 runs. Of course I've played it in practice mode. The TikTok audience, don't say that. Is my hand cam fine? My hand cam is fine. Tom, thanks for becoming a silly snack. You joined the club. Welcome to the Silly Snack Club. We now have a new member of the Silly Snakes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. What's my hardest? It's Sakupen Hell. Okay, my monitor setting is really weird right now. It makes it look like an old ass TV. Let me fix this. Response time extreme. Let's make it faster. Low input lag on. Okay. Let's do that. That's much better looking. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Ugh, my hand's not comfortable yet. Once like I get comfortable with these inputs, that's when we're gonna start playing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Go from 0. That's not the goal for today. I want to try to get every end in 4 runs, which means I need to do either 23 to 55 or 55 or 23 to 55 or 50 to 76. Which I'm probably going to go 50 to 76 today. I feel like that's a run I can do. I went from 0 in my last 4 streams. I think I need a little break from it. Do 59 to 67. That is the weirdest fucking run. Why 50? Wait, why 59? Where did you pull 59 from? Do 41 to 67? I probably can't do that right now. Throwing on Nepessa's part to that run doesn't makes it a lot harder. Even though I'm like decent at Nepessa's part, like I probably have a 10% pass rate in Nepesta. Adding Koreaquer and Kermal on top of that ain't easy. You guys just want to see 6-7. I mean, I'm gonna practice Starkey in a bit, so you guys will see 67. You guys will see me start from 6-7. Don't worry. You 6-7 lovers. Ah, come on. Oh my god, all the 6-7s in the chat. Six, 7 pisses you off. I never found it funny. I just kind of say it ironically now because I know people do find it funny. So I just say, haha, 6-7 mango mustard. People want 6-7 to be the new 69, but you know, it just doesn't compare. How is every end rated? Probably because it's a decent level. Does it look visually great? No. Like, I agree there. Doesn't look like a rated level, but it's still a decent level. If you actually play every end, who's gonna tell him about 41? Nepesta's part? What's wrong with Nepesta's part? Other than that jump. Nepesta's part ain't that bad. Oh, no, wait, you're not talking about 41 in every end. You're talking about the fucking new shit. Isn't every end just a harder level? No. Is exasperation humanly possible? Zoink is literally trying to beat it right now. So, it is humanly possible. I don't like exasperation, you know. If every end it gets rated, exasperation definitely shouldn't be rated. If exasperation gets rated, then that's when all hell breaks loose. Exasperation should not be rated. But I think RobTop would rate it. Actually, Zoink's verifying it, so he's gonna wait a year before he actually rates it. What about the decoration? What decoration are we talking about in exasperation? At least every end has a background. What does exasperation have? It has one decorated block at the beginning. Can you beat every end on any hertz? No. You can't really beat it on like 30 hertz because you'd be relying on frame synchronization to do some jumps. And if it doesn't sync up well enough, then you literally cannot do some jumps. So, I mean, you know, if RNGesus is on your side with frame sync, sure. But, you know, anything under 60 hertz, don't count on it. You can technically beat every end on 60 hertz, but why would you do that to yourself? He won't raid because Zoink uses CBF. I don't know why he's not raiding TS2. I'm pretty sure he didn't use CBF in TS2, but who am I to say, you know? I don't know the full story. I don't know what Rob Top's thinking. I don't know what Zoink is either. I really died at the last jump. He used CBF? Did he? Also, see you later, value on. Oh my god, it's so much better having TikTok chat with all the other chats, so I can read all the chats together. Like, I'm not looking between two different chats. I can see all of you. You have 120 hertz. Is that good? That's fine. I used 120 hertz for a while. It's perfectly good. It's perfectly fine, honestly. I will say 240, it doesn't make that huge of a difference unless you're playing like super hard levels. Like I played Bloodbath, I think on 240. Or was it 120? Did I play Bloodbath at 120 or 240? Or no, I played Bloodbath on a 120 hertz monitor, but used the, you know, frame rate hack to make it 240. What's my hardest? Sakupen Hell. So I'm doing a jump to every end. Yeah, every end's possible in 60 hertz. It's just it's absolute hell. Why would you ever do that to yourself? You considered Bloodbath super hard? Or you consider Bloodbath super hard? Yeah, it's an extreme demon. It's like, I know Bloodbath isn't nearly as, you know, like we all know, like 10 years ago, Bloodbath used to be like, nothing can get harder than Bloodbath, and, you know, we were very wrong. But Bloodbath is still a pretty damn hard level, you know? It's not a level anyone can just pick up and beat. Even, like, decent players, you know, you need a little bit of time, but that's for every extreme demon, you know? You always need a little bit of time to learn it, even if you're, like, a top-end player. So I would say, yeah, obviously it's not, you know, top 1 worthy or like demon list worthy anymore, but it's still a really hard level. Do I want to know something cool? Sure. Becoming the first 60 hertz victor on every end? Heck no. I beat Supersonic mad quick. What should be my first extreme? I can't give you advice on that. I only have 3 extreme demons. I've beaten Cataclysm, Bloodbath, and Sakupen Hell, and that's it. I am a 1.9 era fiend. If you can't tell by by those level choices. Aki's a good one. I think my skill will go up when I get a laptop. I'm gonna be honest. If you switch from mobile to PC, once you get used to it, you'll feel a skill difference. You'll feel not a skill difference, but you'll feel like your inputs get tighter, and it's easier to do spam depending on what your input, depending on how you choose to do inputs. If you do it on mouse, look, there's nothing wrong with playing on a mouse, but mouse is a lot harder to spam with, and it really hurts my hand when I do it. Like I used to play on mouse, and then I switched to the up arrow key and the SIO device. Man, it's just so much better to spam on a keyboard, at least in my opinion. If you still use a mouse, then, you know, mad respect. I don't know how you guys can handle that. You could never straight fly until you switch to PC. That's a very common thing. You got 6% on 60 hertz? Did you die? You died to the second Panuto frame perfect then. I found out that the second frame perfect in Panuto's part, the one that like I almost never die to, on 60 hertz, that jump is insane. Like earlier today, like before class, I was messing around and I'm gonna be like, let me try some of the jumps that I struggle at on 60 hertz. Man, I'm so like, they're some of the jumps, you know, they're the kind of the same thing. Some jumps are just infinitely harder on 60 hertz, I swear. Kermal, please be nice to me today. That's a fucking dumb death. That's a really dumb death. Almost a frame perfect, but still. That's one of those jumps where it looks easy from a viewer perspective. From a player perspective, it gets consistent. So that's why when I die there, I just know I'm gonna get flamed by you guys, and I know I shouldn't have died to that jump. Because it's supposed to get a lot more consistent the more I play Kermal's part. Let me get 10% real quick. Dude, you are not gonna enjoy getting 10% at 60 hertz. When you get to Mind Cap's part, that second frame perfect jump is abysmal on 60 hertz. Like, you hear me and Kiru complain about that second jump, by the way, in Mind Cap's part. On 60 hertz, it's worse. How did I get the progress bar? It's a mod. Jesus, Hudson, chill out. Use CBF? Hell no. I don't think CBF is cheating, but, you know, I don't want to use CBF. Just because, A, when I did try it, it just doesn't feel good. CBF doesn't feel good. Actually, I need to make sure I don't have it on. That's weird. See, it should be off, right? Yeah, CBF off. Actually, you know what? I'm just gonna disable it altogether. I don't need CBF. Have I practiced any of Zodiac? I have seen Zodiac, and I don't want to play it. If you guys like Zodiac, I'm not saying you're wrong for liking Zodiac, but I'm saying I don't like Zodiac. You like Zodiac? I'm glad you do. Everyone can like their own levels, obviously, you know. There are people that like Exasperation, even though I say it's like the worst popular level ever, other than Silent Circles. But, you know, more power to them. You want me to be the first victor of Booba Wampa? It's gonna take me like 6 months to practice the level, bro. Why are people saying every end is a hold level? Because there's like 5 times you hold in the level and they can't let go of it. Like, here's a good example. Look, you hold here, but they're like, oh, it's a hold level, you see? But in actuality, the reason it's a hold level is if you actually learn the level, you see, like, look at how much I'm holding sometimes. Like, there's a lot of jumps where I hold instead of, you know, just doing one jump at a time. As you learn the level, your goal is to eliminate as many jumps that you have to do, that you have to actually press. So you're trying to get rid of as many timings as possible. And do you want to know how you do that? By holding. So like the lesser, I guess, knowledgeable people would just assume you just hold in these parts, but no, there's timings to them, you know. There's still timings to like the holds. Like the jumps are still hard. It's just if you hold more, you have to you get to time less jumps. Digital Descent is your favorite extreme. I'm glad you like Digital Descent. I'm gonna be real with you. I really don't like it, but you know, It's still a cool level. I'm not gonna act like it's a shit level. Like that would be absurd to say, but you know, I'm not a big fan of it. A lot of my viewers, when I first beat Bloodbath, said you should play Digital Descent. I'm gonna be real, I tried it and I'm like, this doesn't feel that good. I didn't enjoy Digital Descent that much. You like the music from Digital Descent? Yeah, create that song is sick. Fucking, I hate that jump, man. That jump has killed me like multiple times today. What's my hardest? I just need to add it to the stream at this point. A lot of people ask. Let me add it. Don't worry. I just get asked that question a lot, and I have to keep answering it, so I'm just gonna add text. I'll do hardest. Sakupen Hell. Or no, we'll just say jump from Sakupen Hell. Jump from Sakupen Hell. Where is it? There we go. Jump from Bloodbath to every end? Good guess. It used to be that. It used to be Bloodbath to every end, but I beat Sakupen Hell before I officially made the jump. Well, no, job application on TikTok. The title, because TikTok has a much more restrictive title, like titles. Like I can't put as much text, so the title on TikTok is just every end stream 27. Like there's no details to it. If they check my profile, they would have seen it, but you know, not everyone's gonna just look at my profile, so it's fair. It's fair to ask. Like, it's fair to ask if you're on like TikTok, but if you're on Twitch and YouTube, it's literally in the, it's literally in the title. W Sakupen Hell is hell. Hey, that's the first time someone said W about Sakupen Hell instead of saying, well, it's not that hard anymore. No, I'm kidding. Yeah, Sakupen Hell was torture, was mental torture. You hate TikTok people. You know what? I'm gonna disagree to that as someone who does use TikTok a decent amount. Your hardest is B? Hey, don't push yourself down just because your hardest is B. You know, it's still a medium demon. A lot of my viewers, their hardest is like a medium demon. And, you know, that's fine. As long as you're enjoying the game, that's what matters. Sure, everyone wants to be the one to beat Tidal Wave, you know, including myself. But, you know, we're not that kind of person yet. You know, you could be the verifier of the next top one in like a few years. Who knows? You just need a good gaming chair. How harder is Sakupen Hell compared to Bloodbath? Not that much harder. I think it's 120. No, I think it's only like 80 places higher. So it's not a jump, you know, going from Sakupen Hell to Bloodbath. It's more of a, you know, there is a decent difference in difficulty. But the difference mainly comes from they're just completely different like types of levels. Bloodbath is very long and like, you know, ship driven. Sakupen Hell is very short and wave driven. So like you just need a very different skill set when playing both of the levels. So it's really hard to like truly compare them. Although everyone knows Sakupen Hell is a much worse endeavor than Bloodbath in terms of difficulty. But you know, if you're a wave carried player, you might find Sakupen Hell easier, honestly. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Sorry, I have to count. I have to count out loud because my brain is stupid. and I can't count in my head. Is it bad that you beat Sakupen Hell before Bloodbath? No. You're just good at the wave. And there's nothing wrong with that. I hate the bad, like the negative connotation of being called a wave carried player. Like in my streams, if I call you wave carried player, take it as a compliment. Because I'm pretty much saying, wow, you're very good at one of the hardest game modes, you know, in the game. So like when I say you're wave carried, that's not that, you know, and you might not actually be wave carried, you might just be a god gamer, but like if you beat Sakupen Hell before Bloodbath, that just means you're like really gifted at the wave. Because Sakupen Hell is harder than Bloodbath, I will say. Sakupen Hell is harder than Bloodbath. I can say that for sure. But, you know, if you're definitely a wave driven player, you will probably not have as bad of a time with Sakupen Hell, except that first wave. The first wave in Sakupen Hell, I don't think, even if you're a wave carried player, that first wave just sucks. One, two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. You suck at wave, that's insane, demon and higher. Yeah, once it gets the hardest game mode is swing copter because it's a bad game mode. It's not the hardest, but yeah, the swing copter blows. If you love the swing copter, I'm really sorry, but the swing copter fucking sucks. It just feels clunky as hell. I really haven't played any levels that have like a good swing copter section. But it's jumping on blocks. Literally in that run I just did there, I did probably at least 5 frame perfects. Actually, probably like, I think in that run, it's about 7. So I did 7 60 hertz frame perfects there. But, you know, they don't look like it from a viewer's perspective. Some of those jumps don't look like frame perfects, but they are, I can assure you. It's just jumping on blocks. Congratulations, you described every single level in the game. Is B to red dart a good jump? I don't know how hard red dart is. I'm gonna be honest. Is red dart like isn't that an insane demon or is it a hard demon? You beat Fairy Dust? Yeah. Jade, remove all blocks and keep spikes? No, that's a terrible idea. Kermal's part would literally be nothing. Actually, it would be impossible. Yeah, it would be impossible. I know that. It's medium demon? Oh, so medium to medium demon? I mean, it's not really a jump. Like, I don't mean that in a mean way, but like, if you go from medium demon to medium demon, that's not really a huge jump. I mean, if you went from like, you know, easier, you know, medium demon to a really hard medium demon, then, you know, you can call that a jump. Again, like, I don't really understand how hard red dart is. So if it is that big of like a difference, then really congratulations. Any jump is amazing. I think it's really hard to call jumps jumps when they're not like, you know, one rating to another rating, or where like they skip a rating, or like, you know, when we talk about extremes, Because, you know, Bloodbath to Zodiac, for example, is an enormous jump, even though they're both extreme demons. What's my best run? My best run is 8 to 39. It's a 31% run. My best run to 100 is 76 to 100. My best run from 0 is 23%. And that's kind of it. I've had a few runs in the middle of the level, but it's not crazy. Should you try beating Sonic Wave? Why not? I mean, I will say Sonic Wave looks like an absolute bitch to play. So prepare yourself. If you like Sonic Wave, though, you know, go for it. Why do you think I'm going for every end? You know, I definitely shouldn't be going for every end with my skill level, but I'm doing it. Your SIO device doesn't work. I don't know how to set it up. They're always really weird to set up. Is Shiver to be a good jump? Jump? YouTube chat, would you call that a jump? Shiver to be? Or did they... I'm asking you guys because I don't know. I'm not huge with like idea of a jump. All I know is like, you know, I've done I think one jump in my career in GD. They're saying no. I mean, look, I understand that there's a big difference in difficulty, so regardless of if we would consider it a jump or not, that's still a crazy good job, you know. Going from easy, a very easy demon to like, you know, B is like an easier medium demon. Like, it's not a jump, but like that's a big change in difficulty you just dealt with, you know. That's great. So like you know, it might not be considered a jump by most people, but you know, that still is very solid. That's solid. That's like really fast progression there. Shiver is the easiest easy. I wouldn't say easiest, but I will say Shiver is easy. Easy as hell. It's not the easiest, in my opinion. You know, if you think it's the easiest, you know, I don't care. It doesn't matter. But like, I don't think it's the easiest. It's a very easy demon though. Like, we're talking top 10 easiest. Have I played Zombie? No. You went B to game time. I don't know what game time is. You wasn't paying attention. What's my hardest? If you look right under the green text on the stream right now, you can see exactly what my hardest is. What's a good medium demon? I can't tell you. I don't play a lot of medium demons. God damn, there's so many people on TikTok now. Easy extreme is 1100 to 800. Extreme demon is 700 to 151. Nope. Sorry, you're wrong, Brandon. Thank you for subscribing, Shadow Dam. I appreciate that. So how it goes, Brandon, is 1100 to 800 is easy extreme. You know, I'll be there on that. Extreme demon is 700 to 400. Hard, like a hard extreme demon is like the 400 to 1 to like 200. God demon, as you said, is like 200 to extended list, and then anything above the extended list is fucking insane. Like you need to realize the scale of difficulty for extreme demons isn't linear, it's exponential. You know, the difference between Red World and you know, Tidal Wave is larger than the difference between Stereo Madness and Bloodbath. Way larger. So like grouping together, like think about it, you're grouping Congregation and Bloodbath together in the same difficulty, and I don't agree with that. You're grouping Bloodlust and Bloodbath in the same category. And they are very different difficulties, you know. Entries where Bloodbath is wherever Bloodbath placed medium. No. Well, actually, entry is not Bloodbath. Entry extreme demon is like crowd control, cataclysm, you know, ultimate phase, Acu, like that. That's an entry level extreme. Bloodbath is just kind of like a solid extreme demon. Like, do you want to play, you know, John Extreme Demon? That's what Bloodbath is. It's literally like, Bloodbath I think is actually literally in the middle of like all the extreme demon ratings. It's like Bloodbath is perfectly in the middle. So Bloodbath is literally just it's not entry level. I hate to break it to you guys, it's not entry level. Bloodbath is easier than Acu. You've got it twisted, bro. Wait, actually, hold on. I'm gonna re-say that to all the people in my YouTube and Twitch chat. This guy says Acu is harder than Bloodbath. I will say that one more time. He thinks Acu is harder than Bloodbath. One more time. He thinks one of the easiest extreme demons, voted by most people, is harder than a demon that's at 650th place, which is middle of the road of all extreme demons. There's a 500 place disparity between those levels. I'm going to say that one more time just to really hammer it down. There is a 500 level disparity in difficulty between Bloodbath and Acu. And you're trying to make Acu seem like it's fucking hard. Astral Divinity is easier than Aftermath. Okay, I'm just going to ignore all these TikTok takes. People over here talking about extreme demons. Meanwhile, you can only get 52% in club step. Nothing wrong with that, Dragonfire. I've been in your shoes. Do you want to know how long it took me to get past 80% in club step? I don't want to tell you. It took me 6 years to beat club step. I want you guys to know that I've been playing Geometry Dash for 10 years. It took me 6 years to beat club step. It took me 6 fucking years to beat club step. I'm an old head that never got good until recently. You know, wait, you know what? Maybe he's onto something. Maybe Acu should move up on the list. Maybe we should replace Boobawampa with Acu. Because Boobawampa is easy, you know. You just need to open your eyes and then you could play it. Overrated level. Exactly. Then put Zodiac above Firework. Ooh, now that's a stretch. That's a big stretch, actually. What? That was early? That didn't feel early. You got all the main levels except the demons? That's nice. Good job. What's my favorite extreme demon? It's the one I'm playing right now. My favorite extreme demon that I've beaten is Bloodbath. The guy who, by the way, the guy who verified Tidal Wave doesn't even think Amethyst is easier than Tidal Wave. You hate how every end is built. You're definitely a new gen. And that's not a disrespectful thing, but like, I can understand why you guys don't like this level because it's a very old level. It doesn't look like look, I can even be real as the biggest every end glazer. It doesn't look great. You know, it's like a 1.2 style level. There's no like cool effects to it. It's just very bland looking. What I like is that it has a very nostalgic factor to it. As someone who played Geometry Dash 10 years ago, this level like resonates with me. So I can understand why people don't like every end, but like, you know, there's also the reason why people do like every end. The concept of every end is awesome. Dude, I hate those jumps. Because every jumps are almost frame perfect. That's not true. You haven't played the level. Here, hold on. Do you want me to show you a jump real quick? Here, look. He says every jump is almost a frame perfect. Look, I'm not a good player, but even I know that that's not a frame perfect right there. If, like, I think what you're mistaking is Mindcap's part, which is literally all frame perfects. Like, this part is 10 straight frame perfects. Like, that's frame perfect spam. But, like, this part, there's not a frame perfect in these jumps right here. No frame perfects so far. No frame perfects. No frame perfects. Still no frame perfects. None of those are frame perfects. Literally the worst gameplay ever. I hate that level so much. Then why'd you click on the stream? Or what, are you referring to a different level? Why would you click on an every end stream if you don't like every end? Look, the problem, like, I don't care if you don't like every end. You know, you don't have to like every end. I'm not forcing it, but like, why are you watching? Like, respectfully, you know, why, like, you know, you can always switch the channel. If you don't like every end, then don't watch it. You know, don't indulge in it. I don't like exasperation. I don't indulge in it. I don't like Sakupen circles. I don't indulge in it. I know they exist, you know, and I can just silently hate them. Well, I'm definitely more verbal about my hatred towards Sakupen circles. If you like Sakupen circles, I'm sorry. I hate it. It's probably my least favorite list demon ever. Nullscapes are every end. Every end gameplay, but Nullscape's visuals. Nullscape has very nice visuals. But every end for gameplay, Nullscapes is actually fucking buns. Why would you ever want to play Nullscapes? Just kidding. I would totally want to play Nullscapes, but I'm not good at the game. What percentages of every end are the hardest? In general, there's like two different ways. There's like 3 different parts that you can argue. There's Mindcap's part, which is 8 to 15, because Mindcap's part is just 10 straight frame perfects, which sucks. Left Unknown, which is 15 to 23, is really annoying from 0. I think Starkey, a lot of people don't like. Starkey is 67 to 79. That part has a bunch of just weird jumps that you can die at a lot. Other than that, I think those are the only 3 creator parts that you can say are the hardest. Is every end technically harder with CBF because of the frame perfect? You're not tripping, actually. So I'm actually doing a race against another streamer. His name's Kiru. Kiru. He only streams on YouTube, though. But he plays with CBF. And we found out, or at least he found out, that some of the jumps are actually harder with CBF. And some of them are easier, you know, with CBF. So it's kind of like a trade. If you turn CBF on, you make some jumps easier, but you also make some jumps harder. Why? I literally have no idea why. It's probably because frame sync actually helps you and gives you like a little bit larger of a window to actually do jumps, which is kind of a weird thing to say. Whereas with CBF, it's a little more precise. It's really awkward. But yeah, if you want to know what the hardest part of every end is, it's probably 8 to 13, 15 to 23, or 67 to 79. I find those parts to be the hardest, in my opinion. The easiest parts, everyone says Kermal, which is 55 to 67. I disagree. Kermal's part is not easy. It gets consistent, though. It's like Kermal and the Pestis part are those parts where, like, when you first play it, it feels like hell, but then it gets really consistent. So, you know, that's why they're considered easier. No, I see you, dumbass. You're doing God's work right now. I see you. Ultimate Demon is 300 to... I would just group Ultimate and God Demon together. But, like, you know, you're onto something. Ferocious Demon. I would do Ferocious Demon as the list of 50. And then Grandpa is 50 and up. Is Nightmare to Future Funk good? That is a good jump. You beat an I Spy with My Little Eye. Electrodynamics is harder. I can see the vision. I can see the vision. I disagree, but I see the vision. I see your vision there. You just beat Ultraviolence? I have no idea. First off, I don't know what difficulty Ultraviolence is. Second, I am not the person you should be asking for what demons you should play. You want to know why? Like here, I'm going to show you my splits in a second. I am not a knowledgeable GD player. Like, look at my profile. I'm not giving you god tier suggestions, buddy. like, these splits are atrocious for what I'm trying to do right now. You think I'm ready for grief? I think I am too. What was my first extreme? My first extreme beam was Bloodbath. I jumped to it from Necropolis. Thoughts on 6-7, the most unfunny meme in 2025. But now that I'm using it unironically, now that I'm using it ironically, not unironically. The people that use it ironically are the corniest motherfuckers alive, but I use it unironically. Just because a lot of people, for some reason, like that 6-7 meme. The opioid bird was funny. It was not late 2024. No, I don't use it unironically. I was saying I meant to say I use it ironically. Yeah, I want opioid bird back. That was funny. Why does everyone have green names? Because they're members. They're channel members. Yeah, regular viewers have the gray names, members have green. I wish I could change the color of the text if you're like a longer tier member though, you know. It would be nicer to have it stand out a little more if you've been like a member for longer than a month. I mean, obviously you have the, you know, different colored badge. Like you can see Lays Kitty has the silver snake instead of the bronze one. Undeserved list demon. What level have you made? Yachts. I guarantee if I check your profile, I will see 0 rate-worthy levels. New gens cannot handle a level like every end, and it shows. Also, I see you, GTM. Help, they're being mean? I think they're just telling the truth. You do spam the fart 1 soundboard a lot. Back. Jade, I'm stuck at 44% on Slaughterhouse. What am I gonna do? Respectfully, Map, what am I gonna do? I'm playing every end. My hardest level is Sakupen Hell. What am I gonna do? That's like being a nuclear scientist and asking like a high schooler going into esports that you need help with something. Coughing bomb versus literally coughing baby versus atomic bomb. But yeah, that sucks, Map. I know how you feel. I've had my own like moments where I got stuck. Last stream, I like had an overly crazy celebration for getting 1 extra percent on my new best. Those that were there understand what I'm talking about. I literally got out of my seat and was jumping up and down with joy, and I got 1% on my new best. No, I don't remember you. Your name's anonymous. How does this get rated immediately but not TS2? Because RobTop hates Zoink for whatever reason. So, like, that's why. I do think TS2 should be rated. Like, I'm on that boat. If every end gets rated, TS2 should definitely be rated. But it's not because I don't know what's up with the whole Zoink and RobTop deal. You want to be a member, but you're broke is... No, it doesn't matter if you're not a member. Every end 2? What do you mean every end 2? You just mean every end? Every end is on the demon list, it's 5th. On demon list, it's 11th place. On pointer crate, it's 5th. I had a talk with another member yesterday about where every end should really be, and in my opinion, it should be like 10th. It shouldn't be 5th. It's a little high on the list than I think it deserves. Oh, you're thinking about thinking space too. Okay. You're jumping from Mechanical Showdown to Slaughterhouse. I don't remember you. That probably was either a while ago, but also, how are you making so much progress on Slaughterhouse? That's kind of crazy to go from a medium demon to a list demon and then make that much progress in like 2 months. Oh, that explains it. No, Thinking Spaces 2 is probably going to be placed first if it gets rated. Because, there's only one person that's beaten Amethyst and TS2. And it's Zoink, and Zoink says TS2 is harder. I know verifier bias is a thing, but I can't confirm. I think, from what I've heard, I think Eric said that TS2 feels harder, even though I know he's not like a top player, but like that's what I've heard. I think Kiru himself said that TS2 feels a bit harder than Amethyst. For you more loyal Kiru fans, please let me know if I'm wrong about that. Zoink is about to have 4 top 1 verifications. He pretty much already does. It's just TS2's not being rated. He's kind of getting screwed over by the fact that TS2 is just not rated. To be frank, no one has beaten Booba Womper and Nullscapes. No one wants to play either of those. You want to know why? You want to know why? Do you want to play a memory level where you can't see half the time and you're in the dark? Or do you want to play a level that's only robot with ridiculously stupid hard timings and that's it? Oh no, people do actually want to beat Null's case, but Booba Wampa, I'm pretty sure there's like... I don't think anyone's even made list percent on Booba Wampa, but people have made... I think 2 people have list percent on Null's case, but 0 people have list percent on Booba Wampa. Really? That was late? Alright, see you, Shadow. These shorts that say, how do I tell? That's like the most unoriginal joke I've heard, Manix. I see it all the fucking time on my streams, and it's annoying. There's like, how do I explain this is harder than... You know, how do I explain every end is harder than Slaughterhouse? I'm like, well, you literally, like, by saying that, you explain to me that you're not good at the game. Respectfully. You know, if you can't grasp why every end's harder than Slaughterhouse, then I think it's like, well, you don't really understand where difficulty comes from in every end. You know where the difficulty comes from in Slaughterhouse because it's very obvious. It's 4 times speed wave. You know, that's insane. But like when you look at every end, and this is for everyone, including me, does this look like a top 5 demon? It doesn't. But when you actually play and know what this level is, you'll understand why this is in the top 10. You know, hard gameplay doesn't always equal ship and wave. And you know, every now and then like a quad spike, like there's a lot more to difficulty than just those game modes. And yeah, the length of it is definitely the killer. It's 7 fucking minutes of this shit. And I hate that jump right there. Like Kermal's part, I'm gonna be honest, is a great example of a part that everyone says is easy. It's not. I know. Oh wait, look, it's Kiru. Kiru's here. In every end, like Kermal's part's considered the easiest, but this shit has like multiple frame perfects in it. Like that just goes to show the scope of every end as a level. Like I'm playing the easiest part in the level right now, and it has multiple frame perfects in it. No, I saw you, Kiru. Oh my god, bro, just doing any... I saw you playing Grief yesterday, dude. You were cracked. You were cracked at that wave spam. Like, actually. I fucking hate that. Real respect for anyone that has the mental game for this level. I barely do. You're telling me Grief isn't that bad? Well, it's literally just the every end effect where, like, you know, when you play the parts, it's not that hard. Piecing them together is a different story. Also, you realize you were casually doing, like, fucking 120 hertz frame perfects in, like, your practice? You were hitting 120 hertz frame perfects. I just think you're cracked out of the you're cracked out the wazoo, but you don't want to admit it. Kiru's like approaching top level player. Top of the line player. If this man wasn't held back by the fact that he has a life, then he would probably be a top player. I luckily don't have a life. So I'm able to play a lot of Geometry Dash. What's harder, wave frame perfects or ship? Wave by far. I used to say ship frame perfects, but now I've realized that like wave frame perfects are stupid. UFO frame perfects? Oh, we don't talk about those. Fuck, dude. I need to stop looking away. You should do a jump. No. What are you trying to say? Should I? Oh, I thought you said should I, like me. Should I do a jump from Overthinker or I Spy to 9 circles? Sure. That's a solid jump. It's no 6-7. Sorry, I almost got to it. I almost delivered you guys a 6-7, but you got a 66. Swing copter frame perfects sound like buns. I mean, swing copter anything sounds like shit, so you know. We want aquamarine? Hell no. I thought we were done with 9 circles levels, man. It's not, unfortunately, Matt. But don't worry about it being a world record jump. Right now, there's someone doing deadlock to Slaughterhouse, Jamal, and he's got like 81% on it, I think. So, slightly larger run than jump than you, but like still, you know, mechanical showdown to Slaughterhouse is nothing to scoff at. It's been almost 2 years and Ballcopter still plays better, and Ballcopter still sucks anyways. If you like Ballcopter, sure, you know, because it's more tight-knit, you know, it actually has tighter controls, but I do not like swing. I do not like swing at all, including Ballcopter. I just think that whole gameplay style just doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel as free as the other game modes. Even the UFO, which, you know, notoriously gets a lot of, you know, I don't want to say hate, but it gets more hate for like higher like difficulty levels. Even the UFO has a lot of freedom to it, but the swing doesn't feel like it has that. It feels very restricted. I fucking despise that jump, by the way. It grew on you? Okay. I can see that happening. I never vibed with it. If Kermal's part was deleted, I would be having such good runs in the middle of the level, but I'm so bad at this damn part. I might just spend the rest of the stream practicing this fucking godforsaken 12% run until I finally get it locked into my head. It's not always Kermal's part, pancakes. That's the problem. Kermal's part's considered the easiest in this level. Like, the part I'm playing right now is considered the easiest. What's my favorite part? Left Unknown. Left Unknown's part is so annoying to fucking play from zero, but I really like Left Unknown. I like how Kermal's parts is, you like how Kermal's part has no spikes, but it's still insanely hard. Yeah, I like that too. Like, I'm gonna be honest, I didn't even notice that every end, that Kermal's part didn't have spikes until, like, stream 10. And, like, another, like, you know, my every end rival right now, he pointed that out, and I'm like, wait, I didn't fucking know that. I felt like such an idiot for not realizing. All right, CM map. I was so offline there. Like, my lineup was so bad on that jump. I threw. That was a hard throw on that jump. The lineup is not that hard. Like, that lineup gets so consistent. I'm surprised how far off I was on that jump. Man. If only I was good at... well, actually, I am good at Starkey. I'm decent at Starkey's part. I have an okay pass rate here. But 71%? Really? That's such a brutal death. And it wasn't it wasn't like... So the jump after that one is a lot harder. Like, if I died to the next jump, it would make more sense. Like, if I died to this jump, that would be something that'd be like, okay, that jump's hard as fuck. Any 120 hertz frame perfects? Nope. All 60. Imagine a 120 hertz frame perfect in the middle of every end. That would be evil as fuck. 5% is 120. It's not. 71 is not either. I can tell you, Amelia, they are not 120 hertz frame perfects. Every frame perfect in every end is 60 hertz. The reason that 5% and 71% might feel like they're harder is because those jumps do not have good lineups. That's why me and Kiryu constantly... Well, Kiryu doesn't complain about 5% as much as I do, but those jumps just don't have good lineups, which is why they're so much harder, even though they're all 60 hertz frame perfects. According to Latim, well, that's not right. Especially 71. 71 gets so consistent. Isn't there 78 FPS frame perfect? That's such a weird amount, and I doubt that is true. I think that was a joke in one of Minecraft, in like the Minecraft frame perfect video. I think someone left like a dumbass comment and he like responded like that. Would I ever play Heliopolis? Will I verify Heliopolis? Do you think Minecraft's gonna look at my Geometry Dash resume and say, yeah, this guy can be a verifier? I can tell you he's going to take one look at it, see 4 extremes, and be like, nah. Is there a 5 FPS frame perfect? But if I was good enough to play Heliopolis, dead ass, I would probably want to be a verifier for it. The problem is, I'm not good enough. I have nothing on my resume that shows that I could be a capable verifier. So, understandably, I'm not a verifier for Heliopolis. I jumped so early. Fuck, man. I threw that. That was such a throw. That was such a throw. The nerves got to me. Good run. Oh, it's plus or minus. That was an okay run, plus or minus. You gotta be, you can't set my expectations too high. I'm glad I got through, why am I blanking? Kermal's part though. Because that part has just been so mean to me. Kermal has just been bullying me. I hate that jump so much. You got 97 to 100. Nice job. You blew through, I think, 2 frame perfects there. No, I hate dying there in Korea Core. That, like, the saddest deaths in this level are the ones where you just fall off a block and you don't even jump. Like it just looks like your cube gives up. It's so sad to see. Like, oh, you want to make this jump and you ran out of time. Now the cube's just gonna sadly fall down into the spikes. It's so sad to watch. What? There's no way that was too early. I disagree. It's obviously the game's fault and not my fault. Because I'm a flawless gamer. There's no way I made that mistake. How am I so casual about this level? I don't think there's anything casual about what I'm doing right now. I'm not doing crazy in it. What's my favorite percent of fat and milk? What kind of question is that? Why would I play this level? I think it's fun. The gameplay is actually kind of fun. If you don't think the gameplay is fun, I'm not even going to try to argue why it's fun for me, because I don't know why it is. But like every time I get on Jump Shash, I just really want to play this level. So I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. I know there's a bunch of other demons I should probably play before this one, but I want to play this. I hate that. That's such a weird, like, not bug, but like that's such a weird thing you can do in Korea Core's part, where if you like mistime this jump, you'll die in a really weird looking way. Ugh. Why am I messing that jump up now? I swear my lineups have worked all the previous times and now it's just not working. It's not frame sync. That's just a sad excuse. I guess I'm just slightly off. And then I died to the next one. Why? Why am I dying? Dim Rain is some of the best music in GD. I agree. I like Dim Rain's music a lot. Oh, all those attempts to get past goddamn Korea Core, and then I died to the first jump in Kerbal. How? How is that too early? That's not too early. I swear. I'm losing my mind. I'm losing my marbles over that shit. Like ugh. I think that's just a sign that I'm like slightly off on my alignments, because like I had that problem with Korea Core's part a little bit ago. But I'm getting like other frame perfects perfectly fine. It's just I'm just slightly misaligned on some of them. Like that one, that second jump. At this point, what do you think I have a better? I'm trying to think. Do I have a better chance of doing 23 to 55 or 50 to 76? I might actually have a better chance of going to Kermal's part from Blitzer than going from Blitzer to serve. And I'm dying to a lot of jumps that I don't normally die to today. It's been weird. The every end curse is coming back, I think. What the hell? There we go. I should be able to do Nepessa's part just easy.
Okay, I know this is a really bad idea, but I'm already here, so here we frickin' go, rawr.
Thanks for that, TTM. song is stuck in my head. I was sitting on the bus, you know, going home from school and shit. Shit was playing full blast in my earbuds. Oh my god, I hate wasting these runs like that. This looks like it's as hard as Jumper. I mean, yeah, if you look at it from a stupid person's perspective where you take everything at face value, you know, when you just look at the level and be like, well, the gaps are pretty big, so therefore it's not a hard level. But because, you know, no, they can't read between the lines, they immediately assume that this level's easy. Is Delta Rune right? Nope. Delta Rune tomorrow. Just kidding. I don't play Delta Rune, and I probably won't. Are you Eric Van Wilderman's brother? Why do you guys say I sound like Eric Van Wilderman? I do not. I sound nothing like him. That's a crazy take. Why do you guys think I sound like Eric Van Wilderman? I don't. Play Deltarune after what you just said, Noeling? Hell no. You know what? You say every end doesn't look that hard. I think Deltarune doesn't look that good. I think it looks like shit. See, that's what happens when someone blindly takes things at face value. Or instead of actually indulging and understanding, I'm just going to immediately assume that it's bad. Undertale is better than Deltarune? I've never played either of them, so I can't tell you. This is TS3. Oh my god. Also, I'm definitely not famous. What was it? I'm definitely not famous. I just am under the like my stream's under the GD category. So I guarantee if your brother watches Jump Dash, they would see my stream. You know, that would be reasonable. Doesn't mean I'm famous. I have femboy cube. Does it being pink imply femboy? Does it not imply, you know, female? Hello, Chazburger. Welcome to the club. Most GD players have never interacted with women. I can proudly say I have interacted with women. And of course, it was in the time period where I played less Geometry Dash. Believe it or not. I reduced my time on Geometry Dash, and then I, went out with multiple girls. Now I started playing Geometry Dash, and none of them even look at me. Then again, I also don't look at them either, so it's also on me. What? That's fucking dumb. That's a dumb death. That shouldn't count. Look at that. Look at that. We turn hitboxes off. We kidding? Are we serious? Oops. I keep fucking toggling between the menus. Every end is so bro. Why did you join the stream? That's my question for you. Bro saw evil ass door that kills you and opened it. Hi, bro. Hi, Cairo. I think that's how you pronounce that. You need to go. Okay, why did you... Why? Bye. You literally just came in here to flex that you have a boyfriend and that you go to school. Like, you did not need to say those things. Literally what I did earlier in my friend's group chat, where I just sent a picture of my stats on Marvel Rivals with a stupid caption, and it's just like... And they literally caught on. It's like, you just wanted to send those. You just wanted to find a reason to send that shit. That's literally what you did there. Every end deserves an epic rating. That is a very... I think that's an extraordinarily scorching take. I think every end is my favorite level ever, and I don't even agree with that. I don't even think it deserves a feature. It's a unique concept, it's awesome, but like, with the standards of how levels are rated today, you really want to give this level an epic? That's crazy. And I'm the biggest every end lover. No, you didn't bother me, Cairo. I was just more making a joke. I know I kind of was a little too monotone about that, so I sounded like I was butthurt, but nah, you're good. Go have fun. Fuck. Every end deserves mythic. I'm just not even gonna listen to you anymore. You guys are somehow like glazing every end more than I glaze every end, and that's saying something. If any of y'all were caught onto my YouTube streams, you would see how fucking much I glaze the shit out of this level. But I never say stuff like it deserves an epic or a feature or legendary or mythic. I just say I love this level so much I want to marry every end. That's a joke. A Jade plush? No, I'm not giving you Jade socks. I'm not. If I were to make merchandise, it would probably be stickers. Like, you guys would get a little Jade sticker. And also, do you think I have the funds to just open a merch store? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Well, no, like, he's not wrong about the background being cool and the concept being cool, but with the standards of levels nowadays, it doesn't meet that criteria of what a mythic and epic level is. I know the concept is ultra unique and it's a super cool level, and I love the shit out of this level. I love this level a little too much, honestly. But it does not deserve a mythic rating or even epic. Or featured, even. Maybe, you know what? If it gets featured, I wouldn't, you know, mind that much, but like anything over featured is a big stretch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, the mythic was a big stretch, but I think epic is also a stretch. Feature is like max. Because there's so many other levels out there that are really cool and interesting that just aren't being rated. And I'm not saying every end deserves to be rated, but like saying it deserves more is kind of a stretch, you know. Its concept carries it, its background carries it, but that's really it. You know, there are a bunch of levels out there that have cool backgrounds, cool concepts, and they're like visually stunning, and they're left to be like not rated. And then there's every end, which is a cool concept, great background, not crazy decorated, you know, it's a 1.2 style decoration, I guess is what you'd call it. So, you know, it's definitely not for new gens. You know, if a new, like every time someone comes in chat and says, how is this shit rated? You're either a new gen or you have the brain capacity of a 4-year-old. Yeah, whoever said Mythic was pushing it, but I don't agree with Epic. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Like, I could see Feature because it's such a different, like, that concept just makes it so different. I am so glad that there's levels like this in the top, you know, instead of like, would you rather have this level in the top or just another generic ass, you know, 4 times speed mini wave spam level, you know? I know wave's a pretty cool game mode, no shitting on the wave here, but like, you know, there's so many wave levels in the list. It's really nice. It's really refreshing having levels like Booba Wampa, you know, Nullscapes in every end, just chilling there. You know, even like Viper UFO, that level that's on the list. Like like those levels are so cool. They're different. Then again, some people do different wrong, so I can understand why people are more skeptical to new. But like, you know, come on. Be more open-minded to some things. You know, I'm not saying you have to like every end, but you can tolerate it, I'm pretty sure. You know, if you don't like every end, go back to watching, you know, Tsunami being made. No, that was a crazy run. Shit. That was a crazy ass run, and I didn't even realize it until I got like to the purple part in Nepesta. That was a 25% run. That was solid. Oh, if I started from 23 instead of 29, that would have been a new best run, though. That's disappointing. Well, not that. No, it's not disappointing, but it's like what it could have been. You know, you just got Nepesta to Kermal. Keith, I'm gonna be real with you. I don't think you're a legit player. You claim to have beaten Sonic Wave Infinity on mobile. And I know it's been done before, but like that's an insane statement to say. That's like if I just randomly say, "Hey guys, I beat Slaughterhouse." Maybe, but their name on Pointer Crate is not Silly Keith. I can tell you that. You did say Sonic Wave Infinity. I remember very clearly, and this was a while ago, like, when you first started watching my streams, I very clearly remember you saying SWI, not Sonic Wave. You said SWI, which stands for Sonic Wave Infinity. Kermal is easy. Job application. Respectfully, I'm pretty sure that's like a joking kind of manner. Respectfully, just because Kermal's part is the easiest in the level doesn't mean it's easy. Kermal's part is harder than like Bloodbath. Well, maybe not harder than, that's a stretch actually. But like Kermal's part itself is like its own extreme demon or insane demon. So calling it easy, no, you're tripping. What stream though? I don't remember the exact stream, but I very clearly remember you saying you're a mobile player that beat Sonic Wave Infinity. You mean the first part of Kermal? No, it's not. There's no part in this level that you can really say is like free, except for like one part in Nepestas. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Like saying Kermal is easy is like saying Aku is a free level. And I'm not saying Aku's a free extreme, but like Aku is a free level. Like imagine telling that to someone that just beat Deadlocked. Oh, Aku, it's free. That's pretty much what you mean by when you say Kermal's part is just super easy, like to non-every end players. It's not. Kermal's part is, you know, Kermal's part still has like, you know, 8 frame perfects in it. It just gets consistent when you play it. Kermal's part is easy to build consistency in. That's it. It's not easy. It's just a part that gets very consistent. That's a trend with all the parts that people say are easy in every end, is that, you know, the gameplay itself isn't easy. It's just, you know, the jumps have very easy indicators that you can get used to. If you're just blindly going into every end, you're not going to look at Kermal's part and Nepesta's part and be like, oh, this shit's easy. You're not. I guarantee you're not. But if you take time to learn the parts, after like, you know, a week or so, depending on how good you are, you'll probably start getting a little more consistent at some of the jumps. And then, you know, like me, after a month, you'll actually start doing the parts semi-consistently. And think about it, Kermal's part is just a little bit shorter than Sakupen Hell in terms of length. That's one part of the level. Ugh, I can't hit Blitzer today for some reason. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I don't know how Kiryu does that jump. That jump doesn't feel good. What's the hardest part in every end? It depends on person to person. It's either, from what I've seen, it's like Mind Cap and Left Unknown are typically considered. I've seen one person mention Starkey, but they didn't call it the hardest. They just said Starkey's a big choke point from 0, you know, when you first get there. I think what they said was pretty much, if you're capable of getting towards the end of every end, Starkey and Serve are going to be your worst nightmare. Because, you know, they're the harder parts of like the final stretch. Obviously 94% has those frame perfects that are really fucking annoying, but you know, Starkey and Serve, you know, they can get you. What? Really? Dude, all of these like Nepesta runs are getting screwed over. I know it's a frame perfect, but bear with me, guys. It should be consistent. I've played that part so much that it should be consistent. Dude, I'm fucking trash. I might actually be trash. Plus or minus, I think I'm gonna retire. I don't think I can do it. Kermal's part is just impossible. I can't beat it. Can't beat it. I'm gonna make a copyable of this level. I'm gonna keep every part the same, but I'm gonna delete Kermal's part, and then I'll beat it. I almost have 4 runs in every end. I know. I'm trying to get that today. We'll see if I can. I need to get 50 to 76, but that's quite an ask because I've been doing so bad Kermal's part today. $23 to $55 when? I don't think I'm gonna go for $23 to $55. If I do 50, like there's 2 runs I need to get if I want to get every 104 runs. I need either 23 to 55 or 50 to 76. And 23 to 55 is a 32% run. 50 to 76 is a 26% run. So I'm going for the one that's slightly smaller. Still just as hard though as fucking Kermal's part. There we go. I hate how quiet this part gets. Like after going through Korea course part, it just goes like dead silent. I thought I was gonna die in that first fucking jump, so I wasn't like locked in. I wasn't fucking locked in. I need to stop doing that. I have a really bad habit where when I think I'm gonna die, I just kind of assume I will. And what ends up happening is, you know, if I do pass, I just throw the next like jump. I need to break that habit like now. Cause that could have been it. You know, that was going decent. That was not early, bro. I fucking hate Kermal's part. Plus or minus, I don't know how you and Kiri get consistent at that shit. I hate Kermal's part. It's doing the opposite. It's not growing on me. I'm growing against it. I'm growing more hatred towards Kermal's part. Ah, that's too fucking early. Kermal is not dead. It's mission. Yeah, I was gonna say, I think you're mistaking him for someone else. You know what? I figured it out. Plus or minus and Kuru are cheaters. They have to be cheaters because they're good at Kermal's part. If you're good at Kermal's part, you're a cheater. Therefore, I'm the only non-cheater. I win. Bye bye. I get all 5 posters. You just get a silent exhale of frustration. Dumbass. Ban Raiden for no reason. I'm kidding, don't actually do that. You're not supposed to park there. They really hit me with that. Hey, that time I did jump there. Ah! I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna cry. You guys are gonna see me cry on stream. I hate Kermal's part so much. It brings a tear in my eye every time I die in it. I'm gonna flood my apartment complex by the time I'm done with this part. I was too late on that jump. No, I'm not famous. I'm not even popular in the GD community. I just had one video that did okay on TikTok, and that's it. Or not okay. I had one video that did good on TikTok, but that's it. Same with YouTube. I only had like one stream that did good, and then that's it. But yeah, I'm far from famous, let alone notable. I fucking hate this part! I'm gonna kill myself. You didn't hear that. In game, of course, not in real life. I am famous. I am literally not famous. The glazing is unreal, bro. I have one good TikTok and one decent YouTube stream. That does not mean I'm famous. I feel like mistaking Zobros for Kermal is kind... I don't want to say like crazy as in like you're stupid, but kind of like a... I've never really heard of that before. That seems like a you thing. Did I post a video about that one level jump scares? Well, yeah, I was like, when I did level request a while ago, my viewers liked Acropolis jump scare me. So I made like mini compilations of those. Have I been playing this game for too long? Maybe. Fuck that input. That's the one input in Congregation that just sucks in the ball part. Actually, a lot of, like, this ball part is very unfortunate, because a lot of the, like, the sync is great, but then just randomly, it has really terrible sync. An evil part of me really wants to drop every end just to play Congregation instead. But I don't want to drop... I'm never going to drop every end. Like, that input is so fucking atrocious. Like, I cannot explain to you how bad that input is. Like, all these, like, you know, they're hard, whatever. This is, you know, a top 200 level. So, understandably, some of these inputs are fucking hard as shit. But, like, that one that I died to... That one is so abysmally bad and off sync that it's just so, ugh. Like, it's so bad. Look at the gap. Look, like, look. Look at this shit. From here to here. And then there's no sync there. Like, you hear that? You have to just do a quick 3 inputs. This part's fine. But there's a bunch of those where it's like, you know, it's just a little earlier than the beat, at least how you would think the beat would go. Like, this is a little earlier. It also doesn't help that, like, you can't see some of these platforms. But man, I really like Congregation. Even despite this really frustrating part about, like, this ball part, I still really like Congregation. I'm tired of acting like Congregation's not a good level. It is a good level. It's different, but it looks nice, and the song's decent. Not the full song, though. The full song is eh. But, like, this part of the song, I dig it. And then the drop, like if you don't like the drop in Congregation, the song, by the way, not like the level, the drop is pretty good. Even though you guys have probably heard it way too much because of the Congregation jump scares. I'm gonna be real, it got really old really fast. The Congregation ones. Because it's like, oh, I haven't heard this one before. Tower Descent, isn't that like the super short, like insane demon? Or is it an extreme? I forgot. I know that level's like super short. That was kind of a crazy run that I just pulled out of my ass. Like a 9% run. And I barely practiced this level, by the way. Or this part of the level, at least. Like I hit some pretty solid inputs. I mean, this part isn't that hard compared to like that beginning section. This is probably the easiest part of Congregation, honestly. This is when shit gets stupid. Like this is where I hate Congregation. These stupid orbs I cannot express to you. I said this last stream. Those orbs are so buns. Because it depends on how you line up on the previous jump. Whether you'll get through it or that'll happen. Like, I wish it stayed, like, kind of relatively slow. But instead, you know, they sped it up to 4 times speed. And that really kind of just doesn't fly with me, you know? I like the slow part of Congregation way more than this part. Ow. I'm pretty sure some of you agree with that sentiment where it's like, this part just isn't that good. The song definitely carries this part. But like, this part gameplay wise is so fucking bad. Like these fucking orbs suck. It feels like RNG. Then again, it's a top 200 level, so you know, there's gonna be parts that kind of feel like bullshit. In reality, it's just a skill issue. Damn it. I mean, the song is going way faster and harder. What did I expect? But like the first cube part is only like 2 times speed, or is it 3 times speed? Yeah, like this is 2 times speed. Like I was fly with this, but then it goes to 4 times speed. I know the song is fast, so like I get why they did it. It makes sense. But like in my mind, I like these slow. That's why I like Heliopolis. Is like I like these slow levels that require you to fucking, you know, really think about your inputs before you do them. Took you that much years of playtime to beat a medium demon? It took me 10 years to beat my first extreme. Almost 10 years to beat my first extreme. You can play fun levels, by the way. You can click on different streams. So what's your point? You know, I have an idea. Dumbass, do me a favor. Ban every single person that comes into the stream and immediately just asks how it's rated. I am so tired of answering that question because I guarantee it goes in one ear, not the other. Simple. If you don't like every end, don't watch it. I am never gonna play femboy circles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Everyone keeps asking me to play it, but the reason I can't is because everyone calls me a tomboy in YouTube chat, so I can't go against what they've declared me as. So if you want to blame someone for why I will never play that level, blame YouTube chat. Unless Tomboy Circles comes out, I'm not playing anything related to that level. Even though I'm a whole ass dude, I am not a female, I am not a tomboy, I'm not a femboy, I'm none of them. And yet I'm called all of that. There is Tomboy Circles? Well, now I'm not going to play it now that you mentioned it. Nobody wins. I will not be feeding into some of my viewers' weird fetish of wanting me to be a tomboy. I'm sorry I broke your hearts. I am just another dude that plays Geometry Dash. I'm not a woman. Aquamarine fucking blows. Can we please just act like, can we please just delete Aquamarine? Like, I didn't know what it was for a while until I saw a video. Like at first when people were talking about Aquamarine, I'm like, oh, is this some like cool, you know, looking glow level kind of similar to Amethyst or Tidal Wave? I click on it, it's this shitty fucking 9 circles level. Looks like shit, plays like shit. It looks like it plays like shit as well. You know, song is lame in my opinion. If you like the song, then, you know, more power to you. But I found the song to be very lame and underwhelming. Not hype at all. Shit is literally just like, you know that ants gif where it's just the ants sitting there staring, you know, not making any like gestures or faces. That's how I felt when I was watching the video of that level. If anyone here likes Aquamarine, I'm banning you. I'm kidding. I'm not going to. I don't stoop that low. It's supposed to be a sequel to Sakupen Circles. Oh, no wonder why it sucks so much. Because it's a sequel to an already shitty level. I think I'm every ended out right now. I don't think I can play that much more of this. New decoration? What decoration? It's just a 9 circles level. I hate dying to that. Frame perfect. Here, before I end stream, I gotta do my end of stream routine. Why did you get muted? I don't know. I didn't mute you. Oh, I need to get 79 to 88. I'm doing my end of stream routine where I have to at least beat every crater part. I have to beat every crater part at least once every day. Just to make sure I stay consistent. Why did you ban femboy circles? Are we fucking dead ass? Waste. That should have been to 88. God, I'm so bad at service part. Well, not like the entirety of it. I'm really bad at like 82% for some reason. I'm gonna cry. No fucking way, dude. I just keep dying to every... I'm dying to every single spike. Like, I have to die to each spike right before the transition jump. Next, I'm gonna die to that spike right before the transit, or like right where I'm supposed to jump at the transition. And then I'm gonna run into the spike at the end of the transition jump. There we go. Too late. Yeah. Ah. It was okay. I'm trying to use the visual indicator you taught me. Shit's just not falling. I'm so bad at the end of the level, man. I'm getting like, I hate that my consistency is in the middle of the level. It's so annoying. Because like when you do runs in the middle of the level, it never really feels that accomplishing. You're like, oh, congrats, I did 23 to 60, but, that doesn't look as cool as, 0 to 40 or 60 to 100. I mean, I still get good runs. Like, I'm not trying to say that my runs are, you know, not good. But, like, I still get very good runs. Like, my 8 to 39 and 23 to 52, those are really good runs. But, like, where the runs I'm missing are, like, the ones just at the end of the level. Like, my 76 to 100, that was a while ago. Yeah, dying in the middle is just like, oh, it's it's like a taunt, where it's like, you know, the further you get with these runs in the middle of the level, it's like, you know, like the level's just pretty much telling you, well, you can chain more together, you know, like when I died at 39 from 8%, like I was obviously happy with that run. I'm never gonna be mad at that run, but like, think about it, I've done 41 to 60. So there's, you know, that means, you know, I am very capable of doing 8% to 60%. And because, you know, I can obviously beat 8% from 0, I can totally do 60% of the level. It's just I can't ever chain them together. Ugh. It just sucks being good at the middle of the level. Doesn't feel as accomplishing. Yay! Yay! 88 to 100. The end is gonna click one day. That's what I'm praying for right now. I think, like, so my month goals that I set in my every end progress video, one of the goals was 50 to 70, 50 to 76. That's gonna be the killer run, and then a new best from 100, or new best to 100. Those are the last two things I have. Actually, yeah, those are the last two things I have to do, because the other thing was getting every end in 4 runs. But if I complete the 50 to 76, I'll have every end in 4 runs. And then a new best from 100, just because it's been a while since I've gotten a new best to 100. I think once I get consistent at Kermal, though, that's when the floodgates open. Like, honestly. Because almost all of my super good runs end at Koreaquer or Kermal. And obviously serve, but that's because I need to practice serve a little more. Like, I think Kermal is the thing that's keeping me from getting these, like, absolutely bananas runs. Like, I can feel it when I'm watching Kiryu streams. It's like when the dude starts from, you know, 33 and he gets to Koreaquer's part, it's like, you know, this guy can get to 90 from Kermal's part. So if he gets to, you know, Kermal from 30, there's no saying how far he can go. Let's do Starkey's part one more time, actually. Actually, you know what? We're doing Kermal's part. Never pay to boost your viewers. That's just sad. I don't pay anything to boost my viewership, or, you know, I don't pay for like adverts for my channel. I just post videos, dude. Like, there's like, I don't have any secret. I just post videos and do live streams. I can't get that fucking timing at 61% down. I hate that. I hate this level. Of course. Unfortunate. But that jump's hard, so I'm not really that mad. Like, 71 is a very hit or miss jump. Sometimes you hit it, sometimes you don't. That's fair. I'm just glad I got past fucking Kermal. I just need to keep doing that. Like, maybe what I should do at the end of my streams is just take the one part I suck at, or the part that I feel like I suck at, and just like play it a bunch before I end stream. So I can just get like, just get like 1 or 2 runs past it. And, because the more I get past it, the more comfortable I'll be with it. Like, oh man, I remember when my heart rate spiked when I played, Starkey's part. Whenever I got here, my heart rate used to spike. Isn't that crazy? Only 6% into Starkey's part and my heart rate would go up. And I still can't do Starkey's part. Femboy circles when? Probably never. Isn't your friend verifying it? Go watch your friend play it. Well, I ain't gonna play it. If the level's not even out yet, I can't play it. I fucking hate that jump too. It'll get consistent though. That's the one jump in Starkey that I think I would say I'm uncomfortable with right now. Even though it's not that, well, it's a frame perfect, but still. It's a jump that like I would normally be semi-consistent at. You will beat it eventually so that I can play it? No. I live by the terms that if the level is not verified and someone is verifying it, then I'm not going to play it. Unless I become a verifier, you know. Which I probably won't. I'm pretty sure no one's going to be reaching out for me to be a verifier of anything. The last jump. That's what got me. Come on. The last jump in fucking Starkey's part. Got me again. Apparently I just haven't practiced that part enough. Or no, it's probably just the same. Like, I always have a weird thing with that jump at 78. I don't know why. I just can't, like, it doesn't click. There's definitely I just gotta start using an indicator for that jump. Okay, that one works. I'll start using that one. All right. I'm going to call stream here. I think we did pretty good today. We did solid. We got some decent runs. No new best runs, but we did get, what was it? Actually, let's check here real quick. Let's see. We did no attempts from 0. We had 29 to 54. Let's see. 41 to 59. 50 to 68, 50 to 66 as well. Let's see, 55 to 71 is okay. Not great, but it's okay. Anything 67 to 81's fine. It's in serves part, but not, you know, insane. 88 to 100, that's not a holy crap run. But we did solid today. I did no attempts from 0. I should probably at least do a few next time, but I'm every ended out. Thanks everyone for stopping by. I don't think I'm gonna actually, tomorrow's Friday, so I'm probably gonna stream. Yeah, I probably shouldn't have streamed today, so I could save my energy for Friday and Saturday. I'm on like a streaming marathon right now. I don't know if I'm gonna play. Should I play every end again? I don't think I should. Why do I die at 23 so much? Who would have thought the staircase kills me a bunch? Oh, look at that beauty right there. 76 to 100. Have not been able to replicate a run to 100 like that in a while. And I've only done, what, I've done 88 to 100 only 11 times. I need to practice the end of the level more. If you watched my every end progress video, the goals that I have left to do are 67 to 100 and 50 to 76. But anyways, I'll see you guys later. I need a nap. Thank you. Shh, TikTok stream ended, but not YouTube and Twitch yet. So here's a little secret. I've been practicing tidal wave, but don't tell anyone. All right, bye.